This is Dan, and it's a very special episode today. I've been kindly allowed to come down to Daywalkers Combat Academy in Earlham, and with the General, Malichi Edwards. Just turned 3-0 as a pro recently, didn't you?
Yeah.
Highlight reel knockout. We'll start there then. Talk us through that. Talk us through your latest win.
To be honest, it's a bit of my thing. Went in there. That's like the first fight I've ever had where like I've actually felt like calm and like not really felt the pressure of a fight. And just before I went out, my coach just said to me like, "Yo, everyone's here to see you. Just enjoy the moment. Have fun with it." Just went out there, took all the pressure off myself and just found it. Like when I hit him with that first elbow, he dropped. I was like, "Oh shit, go!" But yeah, man, I'm buzzing with it, to be honest.
Epic finish, and the word mark on you was that you walked away
fresh,
so you can get back out as soon as possible. Right, we'll take it back a bit. Beginning, your upbringing in that Malichi, Manchester, what was life like for you growing up around here?
Good question, bro. To be honest, nothing too exciting. Obviously, you know what it's like. South Manchester, there's trouble around every corner and that. But to be honest, that's kind of what got me into fighting. Like, man started fighting because I just wanted to know how to defend myself properly. You know, like if I was ever in a situation like that. And obviously, started training and kind of got a knack for it. I was like, yo, this is sick. Like, you know what I mean? And the coaches
good
were
at
like,
this.
the coaches were always like, yo, you could be good at this, you know. And then that was kind of the first time I've ever had like that affirmation, you know, like, yo, you keep doing this, you'll be good at it. And then kept going, kept building, kept growing, and obviously I'm here.
Did you see yourself as a full-time fighter when you was young?
Nah.
Did you
when I was 16, so obviously I started when I was like, ended up in some nonsense anyway, but when I was like 16, 17, I've started training, and then I've from when I started training, I was only doing it like 2 times a week at a small youth club centre, which is Wiz Youth Centre in Wally Range. All kids, it's free, go down.
I've plugged it up there.
But I used to just go there twice a week, and then like they used to get those little inter-club fights, but
Nice.
That was something that was so big for me because I didn't have nothing.
Never competed before.
You get me? Never competed before. I didn't have nothing productive to do. Like, man's worked bare shit jobs. I hate working. I hate working for him. So, you get me? I was like, yo, I can actually do this, you know, because I was picking it up so fast and like just when I like something, I can get fully invested in it. So
yeah, I love that. Are you a red or a blue, Malichi?
I'm not gonna lie, I hate football, you know.
Do you? Do you know what? A lot of fighters say that.
Yeah, though, it's actually the worst sport in the world to me. I can't watch it.
Yeah, so you've just said about then getting into MMA. What was it like when you first walked through the gym door?
So like,
did you fall in love with it instantly, or did it take you a little bit of time?
Nah, definitely. So if I was to give you a timeline, let's say from about 16 to 17, 18, I was training just at that youth centre and doing a lot of my own stuff, you know, just going for jogs, bare pull-ups, dips, all that. Obviously I couldn't afford to go training in it, so like I was just doing a lot of stuff.
Doing what you could.
Yeah, doing what I could, and like my mates, we'd hold pads for each other and stuff like that. And you know, because we were just tough kids, like, picked it up rapid in it. But it was when I got to about 19, I started training with Andy Devan, and then obviously he closed down, and then at about 20 is where I met Carl Prince, and started going out to top team and started working with him and Aaron Wilkinson. And from then, it was the grappling that blew my mind because I didn't really want to do, like, I started off with kickboxing, but when I started at Andy Devan's, I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do the kickboxing or the MMA, and I went there and I sparred and I kept getting taken down. I was fucking everyone up on the feet and I kept taken down. I was like, what's the fucking point? You know what I mean? There's no point knowing how to fight if someone can just take you down and you're thingy. And then, from there, that's where MMA kind of took my heart, man.
Did you have any like heroes, inspirations or like that? Someone you looked up to? MMA wise.
Good question, though. Obviously, man would say like, don't know because I'm not really like old school. Like I used to love boxing. I'm a big boxing guy. Yeah. Like Roy Jones Jr. is my guy still. But if I had to say MMA, John Jones without all the outside politics is the boy. You get me? So
yeah, absolutely.
Even Adesanya, I'm a big fan of Adesanya. You know, like just tall, awkward guys.
Style,
rangy guys. Yeah. It's my thing, man.
Love it. So when you met Carl, did you see that he had a lot of knowledge straight away?
Yeah, 100%, man.
Because he's been around, hasn't he? He's been sort of, the story tells itself where he's been.
100%. The way he spoke about fighting, like, to me, blew my mind, to be honest. Like, because he's a proper, like, theoretical coach, if that makes sense. Like, he's really smart, and like the way he broke things down, like I started to understand like just small details that I would have never even thought of beforehand, and that was major for me still. And between him and like Az was the first guy to show me how to do a double leg or a single leg. Carl picked up my striking and just my understanding of my positioning and everything. So yeah, man.
I've heard Carl say in the podcast on UFC Fight Pass that he thinks he knows he's a world-class striking coach. Could you back that up, yeah?
Yeah, no, I'd say so, man. I've travelled the world. I just come back from Thailand,
nice.
And obviously I wouldn't say there's like massive difference, man. 100%. I think he's there, man. He's ready.
Has he grown has he got a, because you don't just allow anyone in the gym, you've got to fit the mould of the gym. So do you think he's moulded a good team there and a good bond between you like Manchester top team?
100%, man. See, with top team, it's got like, the good thing about top team is it's got like a good variety of people. Like you'll get Dagestanis, you'll get Indians, Jamaicans, English guys, you know, a bunch of people from, one guy's from here, one guy don't even speak English, but like when you're on the mats, it's just all a good bond, good vibes, man. So
that's what I was going to say. So there's a few, loads of different characters: Lewis, Lerone, Dennis. What can you just name a few individual things that they all bring, and yourself? Because everything brings something different, innit?
So I can't even see on camera. Nah, you know what? I think the main thing that like locks us all together is like, everyone's a bit mad in their own way. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like,
it's a vibe.
Yeah. Because like, I think all of us are a bit weird in, you know, like normal society. Like to normal people, we're all a bit mad. But then like there, you can kind of just be yourself. So I'd say yeah.
And it's all transferred onto the mat in cage time. So as well as yourself, who should everybody look out for?
Good question. You know, there's loads of guys on the rise, man.
Amateur and pro.
Amateur and pro.
There's a lot in there now.
You know, one guy who I think is like highly slept on, who I think is probably one of the best strikers I've ever met. DH, man. Dan Holt.
Yeah.
Dan Holt, the villain. Honestly, he's fighting in June 22nd. He's fighting on the show.
Yeah, we'll talk about that shortly.
Yeah. Honestly, keep an eye out for him. The guy's striking's phenomenal. Picked up his grappling loads. And I think he's a full round MMA fighter now, so I think in the next few years people are going to start noticing how good he really is.
Okay, then he'll be starting on MFL as well, so that's where he started out. So when it comes to like Armand and stuff, when they've come over from Ireland, and Dennis described it as he was a big fish in a small pond there, and he was in a routine in the same gym. Just what's it like for them? What's it like for you watching them bed into a different surrounding and atmosphere? Did they fit in well easily?
Nah, to be honest, Arman's a cool guy, man. I
He's
thought
funny,
Arman would be a dick because he's Dennis's friend and Dennis, you get me? But Arman's cool, man. Arman just blended in, man.
Yeah, man. Different type of character to Dennis.
Yeah. To be honest, yeah, I didn't even. You know when I first met Dennis, yeah, I didn't like him at all. You know, I hate him.
You can rub people up the wrong way easily, can't
He was beefing Carl Connor, innit? And obviously Carl Connor's my guy.
Yeah, man.
So I was like, fuck Dennis. And until I met him, and I was like, yo, he's actually one of my best mates now. You get me? So shout out Dennis, man.
Yeah, I love that.
And look, if I was to say another guy to keep their eye on as well, Dennis Frimpong, man, like that guy, man, he's super serious, man. Like, you know what, bro? I could sit here and shout everyone out, bro. I think Dennis Frimpong, the fact that his record doesn't show how good he really is.
I wanted to touch on this because look at the fights he's had. UAE Warriors against a 4-1 guy, and then he did the challenge series, got a couple of wins, but there's no shame in losing into a grappler like George Staines in the final, is there?
Yeah.
And then the 2 wins off the back of that. Now he knows he'll be the next Irish superstar.
Well, bro, you've got to think about it as well. The 2 guys who beat in the house were fucking killers. Do you know what I mean?
Good fighters, good fighters,
bro. Good fighters. So it's like, they don't count his record. He's not got no recognition for it. It is a bit frustrating, and then like, you know, like if you've not watched the show, then you just be like, oh, what his record's this? But he's a lot better than he shows, and like, I think he's really coming into himself in the cage now.
Absolutely, it's just awkward, and no one knows what he's going to do from. He don't even know himself half the time because he's got that much in his repertoire. He can just.
He's just a weird guy, man.
It's weird. It's mind-boggling. So back to you. What's your ambitions for this year? You've got a fight coming up, haven't you, on the 8th of June, back out on FCC?
Obviously, I've made it clear, like, I ain't really trying to be a broke fighter by next year, so I'm trying to make it happen this year still. So, ideally, I want 3 more fights. God willing, no injuries, no nothing. Just come out fresh, you get me, bro? I just got to get 3 more in, and I want to go back to Thailand and just do a camp out there. And just, you know what I mean? Just keep it flowing, because if I get 3 more fights in, that's gonna be what, 6-0. You get me? So 6-0. That's where like bigger promotions will start getting interested, and you know what I'm saying. So yeah, man, just need to. I'll accept 5-0, but like I want to just be in a place where like I'm not like fighting hard and nah, man. I need to make shit happen. I'm 25 in it, so.
Absolutely, get it fast tracked. That was a question I wanted to ask you, and this is not to upset anybody. If anyone besides the UFC, so if say Octagon, Cage Warriors, and PFL all offered you a deal tomorrow, who would you go with and why?
Anyone but the UFC.
Anyone but So the 3 European ones. So should we say?
The most gold, man. Money off a met, bro.
I like that.
Your life's expensive. Hey, ask, bro. Like, if you said fight in this car park, bro, but I'll give you 100 grand, I'll do it, bro. Do you get me?
I hear that. Right, so MFL Fight League, we'll talk about that. How did it all start, Malichi? What's the inspiration behind it?
So, kind of falls back to like what I was saying about like just being it's fucking hard being a fighter. It's so hard to fight, like, and especially if like you want to do it to the level that I want to do it at. Like I don't want to just be a guy in it. I want to be the guy. Do you get me? So it's like you got to think of the commitment. Like I can't afford to be missing morning sessions because I'm at work. Do you get me? So like I've had to fit my lifestyle around training. So like I need to train twice a day.
Yeah.
You get me? This is my job, but then like no one's paying me. Like you got to think every amateur fight, I'm only getting a little bit of commission off tickets. It's dead. Do you get me? And it's like even pros, for the early pros, you're not making massive money. And it's like, it's not a sustainable lifestyle. Like I'm 25 and I'm not a kid. A lot of these guys are like 17, 18, they can afford to not make no dough, but like, people are looking at me like, you get me? So it's one of them ones, and then like, I've been making it work, doing my PTs, staying busy with stuff like that, but I just sat down with my brother, and me and my brother was talking, and it was kind of like, he's proper organised, my brother's dead smart, my brother's top G, and like, obviously I've got good links in the fight game, and you know what I mean? And we kind of was just like, let's just try it, let's see how we go, and our first show proper smashed it, do you get me? And then kind of seeing that like, yo, man can actually make money, and it takes a lot of my pressure off like, yo, I need to fight, I need to do this, I need to, you know what I'm saying, and like, made it a lot easier to dedicate more time to training because I'm making money from somewhere else, and like, obviously this will be our 3rd show coming up June 22nd.
Same venue,
Women's Show Forum, but like, obviously the main thing for me is making a show that's like 4 fighters, because I know how shit it is to be a fighter. Do you get me? Like, it's hard, man. It's so hard, and it's like, the main thing for me was like, we're giving away knockout bonuses.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the business model and stuff, because you have put money up, haven't you?
100%. Like, our last show, we gave out knockout bonuses, we gave out fight of the night bonuses to both fighters. Do you get me? This time, we're doing a tournament, 4-man tournament, 2 fights, 1 night, £1,000 cash prize. So he's doing that for amateurs. You get me?
I love
and it's like, I'm not like, obviously Rousman's asked about money and that, but like, I just want people to like, let's say a kid that's about to get into trouble or do something that's, you know what I mean, a bit, you know what I'm saying, innit? And like, you know what, I can make a quid, or I can make a couple £100 from fighting. It's like, it might incentive.
Gives you the incentive to go into the gym, and
that's the one.
For it and work
so we'll
hard.
get like more people interested in
definitely.
MMA, and build the sport like that. Like, I want to give back to like the young fighters. I want to make young fighters hungry, like, and that's one thing that MFL's been really good for. That like, we're bringing in a lot of like, there's a lot of guys who are like, oh, I just want to try and fight, and there's guys, and like, especially with this tournament, we've managed to get in like good fighters, like I say,
from good gyms.
That's the one. Christian Soda, we've got Jamal Raja, we've got Mateus from Renegade, we've got Dan Holt. So you know, all four of them are killers in their own right.
So it's not just Manchester fighters, neither are Northwest, are coming from all over now, aren't they?
That's the one. That's the one. So the show's really building, man, and who knows where it'll be by like MFL 10.
I love it. So what about tickets and stuff like that? Can people go and cop tickets online or on the door or anything like that?
So we're gonna do tickets on Skiddle. You
Yeah.
can get them on the door, or if you want to support a fighter, you can get your tickets through the fighters.
Yeah. So the 4-man tournament, has the draw been made? Do the fighters know initially who they're going to fight?
Not yet.
Is that going to be the day before?
I need to finalise that, but I'm thinking of doing it. I want to kind of keep it a bit more mysterious. And
Yeah, I like
it.
Yeah, throw some surprises in there or
That's the one.
something. I love it. Let's go on now. Right. Now we're going to have a little bit of fun to round up Malichi. So we've been doing this with a rugby league chat with if a player or in this case a fighter was a dog breed, what would they be? So I've got 5 random names. I just picked 5 random names of them that you know really, really well. So we'll start with a good friend of yours, K Musa.
He's a pit bull, him. He's a pit bull.
Straight up, didn't even pause then. Paddy the Baddy.
That's a good one, you know. I can't even think like a dog that eats bear though. I don't
We'll call him a little bulldog then. Yeah. Leon Edwards, your namesake.
That's a good one. What's the smartest dog? It's the ones that fucking Mr. Burns has, you know them Dobermans.
Doberman, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Jordan Vucenic.
Too many pit bulls, bro. I just don't want to give everyone a pit bull, but yeah, he's a proper vicious guy, man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
you just think of Jordan, you just think of blood, don't you?
Yeah.
And Dennis the Menace, Dennis Phillips.
This guy's fucking chihuahua.
No, it doesn't stop it. Yeah. I love it. Right, we'll do some quick fire. This is just preference. What do you prefer? So, grime or drill?
Ooh,
I knew you'd like this one for
that's
starters.
a banging question, that you know, fam. Grime or drill? Nah, I'm more grime still.
Grime in it, OG, yeah.
It's
It
gotta
was
be
about when Grimes first
That's
started.
the one.
So, UK or USA rap?
UK.
Oh, they didn't even flinch then. Lil Wayne or Drake?
I don't like either of them, you know.
No?
But I would go Drake, because I don't like Lil Wayne's voice.
Okay. Skepta or Gigs?
Skepta 7 days a week.
Yeah. Kano or Rich V2?
Kano.
Sully or Deshane?
Sully. All day. I went into smoking from early me. Piss me off the shit.
Standard. Simpsons or Family Guy?
Family Guy.
UFC or One Championship?
UFC.
John Jones or Francis Ngannou?
Who would win in a fight, or who do I prefer?
Both. So we'll do preference first. Who do you prefer first?
I prefer John Jones. If you ever see this, I'm very sorry. But Francis Ngannou, man, you have to love that guy, man. Like, yo, I've watched his story like 5 times.
Yeah.
He's the sickest guy in the world. You know what I mean? And like his mind state, and you know, like everything about him is such a cool guy.
His journey, man.
Yeah. He's unreal, man. Like he's literally like a fictional character,
Isn't it?
You gotta love that guy.
Be a movie
Who I
about
think
it.
would win in a fight though? Well, John Jones is technical, but it does just take one in it. Like Ngannou can box. Like everyone's sleeping on the fact that he's got good hands.
Yeah.
It depends on his takedown defense. If Jones struggled to take him down, I think Ngannou could put him.
John's not going to want a slanging match with him, is it? He's too smart. You're going to try and get him on the ground.
100%.
Love it. Right, Malichi, do you know what? Thank you for your time. That was a great chat. Thank you. And I'll come link you for the next show. Let's just plug your sponsors for the show as well, man. Are these regular sponsors that help out with the Fight League?
These ones are the MFL sponsors.
Right,
but
official sponsors. Yeah.
shout out Chicken Run, the best Jamaican food in South Manchester. Make sure you go down. Battle Salt. Every fight needs to be on the Battle Salt. Keep you clean, keep you infection free after your fights. Back to Life. King of Supplements. You need to tap in. And Eclipse Windows. You need your windows doing. Shout them out.
Love it. And just before we go, plug Day Walkers here because the timetable's extended, I've seen over the last week.
Yes.
What classes and what type of stuff that can, because there's a range and there's not just MMA, is there?
Yeah. So in fact today, Mondays and Wednesdays, we've just moved it around. So Mondays and Wednesdays we've got MMA striking, which I coach, and jiu-jitsu after it. So if you want to learn some of my crafty tricks, man, get down whenever. Always messing around with that. Literally, the sessions are good, man. Really full sessions, and we've got Aaron Wilkinson doing the MMA. So he used to teach the jiu-jitsu here, but now he's doing the MMA grappling. I think he's probably one of the best MMA grappling coaches in the country. He's really good at like mixing it together and like finding good ground and pound positions and stuff like that. And yeah, we've got Jordan Wilkinson doing the boxing as well. So overall, man, you've got full classes every night, something to do. If you want to get started, definitely get down, man.
Love it, man. Silver Street above Nisa, Earlham. Cheers, guys. Thank you.